Traditional cost systems were designed in the early 20th century to help manufacturing companies estimate the costs of goods sold and the value of inventories. At that time, accuracy was not as big of an issue as it is today. Also, the lack of information technology led to simple cost systems that estimated product costs manually. Early traditional cost systems focused on manufacturing costs for two major reasons. First, financial reporting rules only consider these costs as product costs for inventory valuation. Second, manufacturing costs represented a large percentage of total costs, and most of them were direct. As a result, a possible misallocation of indirect costs did not have a large impact on product costs. The complexity of today's organizations has made traditional cost systems obsolete. Manufacturing is just one piece of the puzzle. Other costs, such as R&D, marketing, distribution, or administration, have increased substantially. Also, indirect manufacturing costs are much larger and can bias product cost estimates if they are not properly allocated. Traditional cost systems are often inaccurate because cost pools are often designed according to the company's organizational structure rather than how it consumes resources. For instance, a manufacturing plant would typically use its various departments as cost pools, even if resources within departments vary with different drivers. For instance, some resources vary with volume, while others vary with batches. These cost pools treat resources that behave differently as if they behaved the same way, leading to product cost distortions. Another common problem is that traditional cost systems use allocation bases that vary with volume, such as direct labor hours. These allocation bases worked well when direct labor was a large part of costs. But in today's companies, where volume is no longer the driver of indirect costs, they do not necessarily reflect the behavior of resources. As a result, traditional cost systems tend to underestimate cost of low-volume products and overestimate costs of high-volume products. Companies with a flawed cost system may work hard to sell products that appear attractive, but actually generate a loss and marginalize those that are reported as not profitable, but truly have good margins. These companies unwittingly end up in financial trouble. But because the real cost of a performance object is unknown, it is often difficult to identify if a cost system leads to bad cost estimates and product cost subsidization. Flawed cost systems are more likely to lead to wrong decisions when products and customers are very different. Indirect costs are a large percentage of the total costs, and markets are competitive. Various symptoms of a flawed cost system are